This is the story of my journey across England, from the Irish Sea at St Bees to the North Sea at Robin Hood's Bay. Over nearly 200 miles, I walked through the ever-changing landscape of the Lake District, the Yorkshire Dales and the North Yorkshire Moors. Each step brought new challenges, quiet moments and unforgettable views. This isn't just a walk, it's a personal journey of discovery and endurance. Whether you're planning your own coast-to-coast adventure or just curious about what it's like to cross a country on foot, I invite you to join me one step at a time. This is my coast-to-coast walk. Here we are, St Bees. Making his way down to the beach to get St Dipper's Toe in the North Sea. About 5 o'clock Saturday evening. We're setting off in the morning, but we thought we'd come down, get a few pictures, find a stone before we head back to the hotel for an evening meal. There we go, got two, I'm going to carry them both, one to throw in at the other end and one I'm going to keep. You got one to take home, one to throw in when we get to the other end. Right. Go Dipper's toes in. It is really windy, so I hope you can hear this. It's raining, it's windy. Just the weather you don't want before you set off. There we go. The Irish Sea. Dipping his toes in. And here we are at the start, day one of the coast to coast. And unlike last night, no rain, still a bit windy, but nowhere near as bad. It's just turning 8 o'clock. We've had breakfast in the hotel to put us on for the day, and hopefully we're going to head to Ennerdale Water and the youth hostel. Slightly further today than originally planned, but means a shorter day tomorrow. Nice start to the day. And there in the distance you can see the lighthouse that we're heading to. We go past the lighthouse along this coast piece, past the lighthouse, and then we head east and inland. Hope you can make it out there in the distance. Our first field of cows. And look at that view. Beautiful Cumbrian coast. So we dip down here, then back up, and then round the other side of the lighthouse, which is just disappearing behind the hill at the moment. What do you think to cows, Nigel?
Oh, it was lovely when I visited, but I was a young'un. The Isle of Wight was beautiful. No, yeah, you're alright.
And here we are, we're coming round past there's lighthouse, and then there's a little, not sure what, just on the end. another building, but we go a little bit further on and then head east. We don't actually go up to the lighthouse just there. There's Nigel behind me, just getting used to long distance hiking. There we go. Weather is so much better than yesterday. It's forecast a bit of rain later on today, but it's nowhere near as windy either. So enjoying it while we can, but the rest of the week's supposed to be fine. Let's hope so. Now we've got Whitehaven in the distance, and we're just about now to start to head inland and say goodbye to the Irish Sea. Hopefully in about 13 days time we'll be able to see the North Sea and the other side of the country.
Back on cliff edge. You got it?
Yeah. There we go. And here we are, and this is where we start to head east and inward and onward.
Picturesque.
Yeah. It's nice on the feet. And we're inland now, heading east, coming down to go under the railway line. We're about 6 miles in.
6.5 miles, 7 miles.
And we're going steady, doing about 2.5 miles per hour. Here we go. The statue for Alfred Wainwright, the father of the coast to coast. We're about 8 miles in, so about halfway for today. We're going to have a sit down and a water break. Just take 5-10 minutes and relax. Seen a number of these weird metal pieces of art while we've been on this footpath near Moor Row and coast to coast walk. Well, our map and route said that we were to keep going straight on, but looks like we're going to the right. Another piece of the artwork. Looks quite good. And we've just stopped here, I think it's Heathrow, sorry, Moor Row, and someone's just come out and told us that 12 o'clock-ish doing free teas and coffees at this church, but we're wanting to get off. We've had a 10-minute break here, sat down, and we're going to head on, get to Cleator, and it'll be about lunchtime. The cloud is looking rather grey, unfortunately. Here we go. Recognise this as well from many a YouTube video. Coming up to Wainwright's Passage. No jokes, Nigel.
No, nothing there.
just coming into Cleator and sheltering in just outside the church. Rain's coming down at the moment. Not too heavy, but time to get the waterproofs out. So, unfortunately, it's still raining, but also we're on a detour. So you can't go over Dent at the moment because the woods that lead up to it are closed. The Forestry Commission is still working to clear it after a number of the trees fell in storms back in March. So we're on a detour, a lot of road walking. Means you can get the pace up a little, but it's pounding on your feet. Nigel's just coming up the hill now. But the rain now has been going for a good hour non-stop. Since we left Cleator, it's not stopped raining. It did lighten off a little, but yeah, still going. But yeah, we're on this detour. You skip Dent Hill, which is your first big hill of the walk, and unfortunately yeah, so you'll miss Dent Hill, but the views are rubbish. You can't see very far anyway. The clouds down, all you can see is mist. By the looks of it from the tops, you can't see the tops of the hills. So past. Yeah, so you're not missing the views from the top of Dent today. Would have been nice to go up on a clear day, but unfortunately not. We'd have been up there somewhere. All you can see is cloud. So yeah, we'll keep going. Not recording too much because it is raining, but Ennerdale Bridge is the next real stop that we're going to come to, and we might call in the pub for a drink. So we're back on the main footpath and we're on our way to Ennerdale Bridge now. Might be about another mile, something like that. Not too far. And we're going to stop for drinks. It's mid-afternoon, we're not doing too bad for time. But we are very wet at the moment. Yeah, keep stopping the rain, but it's still like a fine mist. It's like you're walking in cloud. So we've come up, round the diversion, and then through valley, and we're now up onto the road, and it looks, I think it's downhill all the way along this road to Ennerdale Bridge, and a break. I'm definitely getting a drink. Still raining, still can't see much. Lots of cows, lots of sheep, very little else. Can't see the lakes or anything at the moment. It's just low cloud, mist and rain. We made it to Ennerdale and we've stopped off at this community cafe and shop, grab a drink. It's called The Gather. It's just as you come into the village. Right, a few snacks, sit down. Could have gone in, but a bit wet, and yeah, but got a drink. Some Kendal mint cake and energy to last us for the rest of today. Got about another 2 hours walking to do, but it's mainly flat, so shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, still rain, low clouds, drizzle, miserable. And here we are, our first lake, Ennerdale Water. Seems like a long trek from where we just stopped for a drink, and
yeah, it's definitely further than 1.5 miles that the sign said. But across there is the southern bank of the lake, which is quite popular but is quite treacherous as well. You have to scramble on places, quite rocky. People are over there. People do go that way to wild camp sometimes, but we're going to wimp out. We're going to take the easy footpath and go on the north side. So we're going to turn left, head north and round the lake. Just come across the bench, so we're just having 5 minutes. Enjoying the view. There's Nigel. He's tired. We've done quite a way. Seem to have done more than what the map seemed to say we were going to be doing, but so far mine's showing as 18.73 miles. And I reckon we've got about another, yeah, about another 2 miles, maybe a little more. So we're going to have done about 21 miles by the end of today, according to OS Maps, which is a lot further than what the route map said. But it just means we've got less distance to do tomorrow. We can have a bit more of a relaxing day, and hopefully the weather won't be as bad. It has stopped raining, but as you can see it's still low cloud. Just hoping that it lifts overnight and we have a nice fresh start to the day. I'm hoping you can see this. We've just come off and up and round from the lake, and just to the side of the footpath, an abandoned car. Very old abandoned car in the middle of the woods. Really strange, but carrying on. Probably another 40-45 minutes walking, if that. Yeah, not too bad.
So it's about 9 o'clock. I'm at Ennerdale YHA. Just turn around and see the valley behind me. Got here about just 6:30, maybe just a bit before. Managed to grab a shower, have something to eat. There's an Honister kitchen, so I've been able to grab a couple of drinks. And just put my stuff in the drying room where it seems to be heating up, and hopefully my walking shoes will be dry for morning, but if not, it'll be back on with the waterproof socks. Day one, what's it been like? It's not raining now, but it must have rained for a good 6 hours, almost non-stop. It did change to drizzle at times, but some of the footpaths were streams rather than footpaths this afternoon, so didn't get to do as much recording as really wanted. But done just short of 23 miles to get here. Dent Hill showing as closed. Apparently some people did go that way, but there is a diversion in place, so it increased the mileage that we've had to do today. But it has been tough in the rain. But hopefully it's forecast to be nice tomorrow. We've only got about 10 miles to get across to Borrowdale. So I'll leave you for now. I'm going to go and have another drink, sit down, relax, and have an early night. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.
welcome to day 2. So setting off late, well, we've got plenty of time today. It's only a short one, got about 10 miles to do, and we're leaving Ennerdale Youth Hostel. First part of it, we're heading towards Blacksale. So Ennerdale Youth Hostel is the second most remote youth hostel in England. Blacksale is the most remote youth hostel in England, or at least it used to be.
So if we get stuck, we're dead.
So we're heading there. It's about 3 miles to Blacksale. But taking a relaxing day today. Shouldn't be too bad. And we will get to Borrowdale later on this afternoon. After Blacksale, next stop really is Honister, Slate Mine. We're going to go to the cafe and hopefully get some lunch. I would love to go just dip my feet, I think, in there. Looks amazing. Feet might feel a bit better then. So yesterday, you could hardly see a thing, you couldn't see the tops. Now today, got a splendid view, looking out across. Beautiful. We've got another couple of days of it here in the Lake District. That's where we're heading along, down the valley. So we've done about 3 miles, just stopping to take on some water. It's got out quite warm and the sun is absolutely glorious. Miles apart from what we had yesterday afternoon. Yeah, we've got probably just under a mile before we get to Blacksale, but just needed the water. Just starting to feel a bit, yeah, with the heat. Not used to it after yesterday, but yeah, we just have 5-10 minutes here, enjoying the view.
24 minutes, 0.9 miles.
Nah, that's the view I've got on my break. That's it for now. See you at Blacksale. And we're here. Blacksale Youth Hostel. And it's open. So we've been in. We have grabbed a drink, bar of chocolate, and just having a break. Fantastic view. I'm just going to sit on the grass for a bit and relax, because next we head some way up there, our first real climb. Now we should be down there somewhere. Somehow we've got on this footpath further up. We joined up at some point, but it's not been great walking along this. But look at that. With all the rain we've had, it's yeah, coming down quite nicely down there. But this last bit of the walk's been all stone, slate, really uneven, but hopefully join back up with the correct footpath might be a bit better. So that looks like it's the last of the climbing up the stone to get to the top here. Across there, see the gate, across all that, that's Haystacks. Now I head up there. So still a little bit to go to get to the top, but footpath now. Nigel struggling. He's stopped a few times on the way up, but he's doing it at his pace, and I shall see him at the top. I'm going to wait for him up there and get a drink. Probably can't see too well, but just over there, just make out another lake, that is Buttermere. And here we are at Honister Slate Mine. Won't lie, we have struggled coming over that top. It's like walking on a stony beach for a couple of miles. Getting up wasn't too bad, I was okay on that. But coming across the top and then down, it's been horrendous. But we're here and we're going to have a break. We've only got about another 3 miles then to do. I think it's mainly road walking for the rest of today. So we can plough on. Catch you in a bit. And we're back on the move. Having just had cake, ice cream, a few drinks from the Honister Slate Mine Cafe. Just over 2 miles to do now, I think, today. A lot of road walking, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'll see you in a bit. Gorgeous view just coming out of the Slate Mine and towards Seatoller. Coming down now into Seatoller, and there's a pub. Well, we need to crack on and just get to the youth hostel now and get us tents put up and our feet up as well. We're not far away now, about another 10-15 minutes. Still not quite there yet. Just been through one absolutely horrendous piece. It was all stone. There was a chain that you had to hold on to make your way across down the bank of the river, holding on while balancing on the stone. But look at these pods. Look quite plush. So just out the middle of nowhere. But yeah, we can't be too far. It's somewhere around here now, the youth hostel. It can only be a couple of minutes away. And pod. Very posh. I bet they cost you a fair bit as well, especially around here. Right. Catch up with you when we get to the youth hostel. So we're here, my tent's up, sleep system's in place, but just being very careful taking pictures and recording because there's a school trip in. They're in the dining room at the minute, but just want to be a bit careful taking some pictures because they can be a bit funny, and don't know if they're primary or whatever, so we've not actually seen them, but yeah, we're just out on the field outside youth hostel, which is just up there. That's the main building behind Nigel's tent. But yeah, it's been a long day. Where's my phone? Need my phone. Otherwise I can't tell you how many miles we've done. Phone's just in the top of my back. Right, here we go. So, what have we got? We have done 10 miles. Which ain't bad. We have struggled today though. I think after yesterday's long day, and it's been a bit hotter, but the climb, Nigel struggled with the climb, and then I've struggled with the coming down, going on all those pebbles and stone. That just killed my feet. But we're here, just outside Rothwaite at the youth hostel. So yeah, that's it for tonight, because I don't think I'm going to get any pictures or anything, because as I say, there's a school trip in. See you tomorrow for day 3. Good morning, it's day 3 and it's raining again. It's 6:15, so I'm going to get dressed, sort my stuff out, and then I'm going to have to take the tent down in the rain. Yeah, not great start to the day. See how long it lasts. It was forecast to be nice for most of this week, so yeah, not great start. At least tonight we're in the dorm, so chance to get dried out. So yeah, better crack on, get up, dressed, bit of breakfast, tent down, and get back on the trail. So my tent's down, my bag's packed. I've had to put the tent on the outside today, it's soaking. But as you can see, torrential rain, clouds down on the tops. It is awful, and I'm going to be on my own. Nigel's decided that he can't go on, so he's worked out that there is a bus from here that he can catch, and he's going to head for home. So I'm on my Todd, but I'm going to keep going, at least for now. Certainly want to get to Grasmere today. It's about 10 miles, so even if I do only a mile an hour, I'm just going to take it steady and get there when I get there. Not sure how much video I'm going to get from today, because it's raining and it's forecast now to rain all the day. But just heading into Rothwaite from the youth hostel. We're going to see Nigel off on the bus and pick up a couple of bits from the shop, but hopefully it'll be open. Yeah, and then I can start off on my own. I'm now on my own. He's just got on the bus. Make sure sets off before I do. Timing, we've just literally got here and the bus pulled up as he got to the bus stop. So this is Rothwaite. Not a lot here. Pub, hotel, B&Bs. I think just catering for the coast to coast walkers. Right, I want to push on, try and get a couple of miles done before I have a break and take on some water. Grasmere, 8 miles. So I don't think we've done a mile from the YHA to get down here, but yeah, 8 miles left to do today. Doesn't sound too bad. And it is, let me check my watch, 9 o'clock, just before 9 o'clock. So plenty of time, even if doing a mile an hour, 5 o'clock-ish. Ankle is bad, it's not, it's still a bit, not painful, but yeah, seized up. Left ankle, sorry, yeah, that's freeing. My right ankle is still a bit seized up, but it's gradually freeing up. Just something that I suffer with on a morning. But I think it's flat for a bit, so hopefully gives it a chance to free up before I get to the climb. Looking at the map, walk along the side of the river for quite a while this morning. So if I can get along the river and to the start of the climb before 12 o'clock, I'll be well pleased. And then I can just take my time on the climb, get to the top, and then it's all downhill into Grasmere. More stones, this footpath. It's not all stones, you do get a break, but it's hard going on them. But I'm not doing too bad, I'm a couple of miles further on. So probably nearly halfway for today, and it is just coming up to 10:30 in the morning, which is really good, but I have a big climb to come. The river down there, looks tempting, even though it's raining. Just to soak your feet for a couple of minutes in that would be lovely. And that's a better view of the river, which I'm shortly now going to move away from. River bends there round to the right, and I go straight on and start heading up and begin the climb. So I'm going to have a short break in a minute, have some water, get some energy before starting my ascent for today. So just come up that bit and you just still see the cloud. It's sort of like a mist now rather than rain, but I'm still keeping my waterproof on. I'm just having a water break, then heading on. I've just checked the map and yeah, about halfway for today so far. Still on this steady ascent. We've got a lovely waterfall there. Hopefully you can just about make it out. It's raining again. Horrible, drizzly, yuck. Not much of a breeze either. And I'm just sweating inside my waterproof at the minute. So rather warm, sweaty, yuck. Hopefully there's a wall just beyond the waterfall to follow this footpath. I'm going to stop there for my next drinks break. Even though It's horrible, wet and yuck. Still need to keep taking on water. Make sure that I don't dehydrate. Make sure that steady stops every hour or so. Little and often. Well, out and about. And then on longer stops, taking as much water as I can. As much fluid as I can. Cafes, honesty boxes, I'll always pick something up. Hopefully something that's full of sugar, unlike yesterday where the honesty box at Black Sail was sugar free, 0 calories, which is not really what you want, but yeah, let's keep on going. Look at that. The wall where I'd planned to have my water break, well, there was a wall there, it was also a bit of a river. All the rain coming down and all this water. So I kept going on for a little bit. I just wish it wasn't raining. You still just about see the tops today. The cloud's not that low, but I don't know if you can pick it up from the camera. Sitting here you can just see the waves of rain coming down. You can't really make out where I've come from. Down in the valley, down at the bottom there. So yeah, crack on. Get to the top. Must be about halfway up now. Less than 5 miles to Grasmere. That's what I keep telling myself. Be glad to get there today. So I've come up there somehow, and I've still got to get up there. But I'm having lunch. A good rest. Probably going to have 20 minutes before I attempt that. But we're a good way in. Well, in the time it's taken me to walk up there, the clouds come in. I'm going to have to check my map, see where the footpath goes, because I can't, I'm not sure if it's that way or that way. I'm not sure. Can't see footpath trodden down, but I'll have a look. Might have a quick water break, depending on what the footpath looks like on its way down. So I'm down out of the mist from way up yonder, and heading down this footpath now. Slightly better this bit here, but some of it has just been horrendous stone. Across the top it was slabbed, but yeah, keep going. About 1.5 miles now from Grasmere, so shouldn't take me too long if the footpath stays like this. So I'm down off the top, and it's just follow the footpath. I'm hoping once I get round over there where the tree is on the skyline, I think the footpath's somewhere along there, heading in that direction. I'm hoping might be able to see Grasmere just round the corner, but there's no let up in the weather at all. I've just stopped for fibre bar and some more water. It's a bit cloudy on the lens. That'll be better. There we go. It's cloudy up there. Oh, I'm so glad to be off that. Right, crack on. And look at this for the footpath. They are a bit slippy, so I'm not going to run across them. Plenty of time left in the day. I'm only taking it steady. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm walking on my own today or what, but don't feel like I'm having a really good day at all. I'll be glad to get to the youth hostel, get some stuff in the drying room and just have a sit down and relax. As I say, it's the first day walking on my own on this, and I don't know if that's the reason why I'm just feeling a bit down, but I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll keep going until the body says no. Mind over matter. Beautiful now. Stopped raining and the clouds lifting, so typically towards the end of my day it's getting better. Oh, I'm not though, but I'm hoping get around this corner, Grasmere might be in sight. I can only be a mile, something like that, from Grasmere now. I've done over 10 miles today, so can't be far away, especially since I had a sign this morning said Grasmere 8 miles. Yeah, I don't know who measured those miles. Right, hope to see you at the YHA. The camera's just tucked into a rucksack, a chest fastener, so don't know what this is going to come out like, but yeah, I'm using both hiking poles to come down this. It's dry here, but towards the top it was wet. A bit of a stream coming down these stones, and my boots are soaking, so it's a bit slippy, but I'm coming into Grasmere at last. Distance wise it's not that much, but I have struggled today, really struggled. Combination of things, I think. I'm now on my own, the weather's been horrible, and I really struggle walking on stone and boulders. And what has it been today mainly? Stone and boulders, and my feet just ache. But that looks like a road, tarmac, flat tarmac. Not great, but better than what I have been walking on. I've taken my waterproof off, put that back in the bag because the sun's come out and everything's drying up now. It's turning into a nice evening, so hopefully be able to get a drink. Not made my mind up yet about food, but we shall see. I have got food to eat at the hostel, but I don't know if I've got the energy tonight. We'll see. I might treat myself to a pizza or something as I'm on my own, but I'll see if there's any food on when I get there. And I've made it. Oh, I'm here. So I'm going to go check in, unpack, get sorted, and then I'll do an end of day catch up. Again, filming with it just attached to my top. Let me get my camera out. There we go. Beautiful place, just on the edge of Grasmere. It's not in the centre of the village, so yeah. So this is the dorm room here. Nice view out the window. Some camping pods, and there's some camping. When I looked, I couldn't book. He said it was full, but definitely not. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've got the top bunk over the far side there. All my stuff's just on the floor. So I'm checked in, I chucked my boots in the drying room. I'm just sat in the dining room, watching some food. I was going to cook, but I haven't got the strength to stand. Yeah, I just ordered a pie, a couple of drinks. but that's me for today. Hopefully a trip to Patterdale tomorrow. I think there's a low road as well as a high road, so I'm going to make sure I set off on the low road. I think it's about 8 miles. Hoping to get there, but as I say, my feet are in pieces. I'm going to head to the co-op first thing in the morning to get some snacks and some energy food for tomorrow. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. And here we go, I'm setting off, day 4 of the coast to coast, leaving the YHA behind me, heading back down to the road, and today it's to go over Grasmere Tarn to Patterdale. So here we go, back on the path this morning, and Grasmere Tarn, 2.5 miles, but it's somewhere up these hills, so it's 2.5 miles uphill, but that's where I want to get to by lunchtime. I'd be happy with that. It's 10 o'clock now. It's been road so far, but 2.5 miles to Grasmere Tarn doesn't sound bad, because most of it after that is downhill to get to Patterdale. Keep going. Beautiful day today. I'm going to stop before I start the main descent, take on some energy food, i.e. Mars bars, and some water. So it's going to be warm today, and I don't want to dehydrate. And yeah, definitely take on some water. I'll have to see what this comes out like, sort of putting my my camera just inside of the chest strap. But starting the ascent, steady as she goes. I've just took on some water. Ankle's feeling a little better, taking another couple of paracetamol. It's just steady as we go today. It's 8 miles today supposedly in total, so we've got 2.5 miles to the top here, Grasmere. That's a fair chunk that's going to be downhill. I'm looking forward to it. I want to get to the top and get some pictures, because yesterday when I was at the top you couldn't see a thing. So hopefully I'll have some much better views, some better pictures and some better video today, if the rain holds off, and as long as I'm in one piece. We'll see how we go. Enjoy. So I've just been coming up there and heading up there somewhere. Yeah, what am I doing? It is warm, just had to stop some more water. Not far from the top now, but just stopping for a quick water break, final push up to the top and over the ridge, just enjoying the view. 5 minutes. It is gorgeous. Short distance now from the top. Oh, Look at that view. Here we are, Grasdale Tarn. At last. My ankle's freed up, a bit more movement. But definitely need a water break. Oh. So, I'm not sure if you'll be able to make it out on there. If you look in the distance, that is Helvellyn, just between the looks as though that's under cloud, but we're fairly clear around here. See the planes, the jet stream. Yeah.
Although some people would probably say, oh, I never do haystacks.
So I've had 10-15 minutes sit down, took on some water, some rather melted chocolate, and I'm on my way, heading down the valley towards Patterdale. It's just turned 12:30, so I'm really pleased with myself today. I've made some decent progress. I reckon it's probably about 4 to 5 miles to the campsite now at Patterdale. So I've come to the end of the tarn, and now my attention turns to heading down the valley. So it's more or less mainly downhill for the rest of today now. You go up slightly here round the edge, and then yeah, Patterdale is somewhere down there. There is a lake just in the distance, which I'm presuming that's Patterdale somewhere down there. But yeah, onward we go. So it's a bit of a descent into the valley, and then it looks as though it's quite steady. There's lots of stone at the minute, uneven stone. That footpath over there doesn't look too bad. That's where I've just come from. And that's where we're heading, somewhere at the bottom of that valley. Hopefully get there by about 3 o'clock-ish, something like that. Then have a relaxing evening. And what do we have here? Roughwaite Lodge, outward bound. Could do with an honesty box here to go with it. And I'm down in the valley now. This is says it's a bridle way. Horses, bikes, a bit better for walking on than the uneven stone that I have had for the last hour. It says 2 miles now to Patterdale. I've not been able to get a decent pace on this afternoon so far because of the uneven stone, but now should be into Patterdale within the next hour and go get a well-deserved drink. So I've just checked in at the farmhouse, side farm, and look at that. I'm just walking towards now, hopefully, the camping field. Paid for the night. I also got an ice cream and a couple of cold drinks. So it looks like I'm at the side of the lake. Hoping that it's not too far. I feel like I've been walking down here a while now. Can't be that far, surely. Oh well. There is a field coming up and I can see some cars, so yeah. Well, this is the end of day 4 for me. Found the campsite, the tent's up. It's currently drying, so it was wet. Soaking wet still from day 2 overnight camping. So it just needs to dry out. The inside had got wet with it all being in the bag. So I've just left the door open. I know bugs might get in, but need it to dry out. But it is now, it is 10 to 5 and I'm done for the day. And this is my view. Look at that. Might go for a shower shortly, get changed, but I am doing nothing for now. No, I might take my boots off as well before I do that, and let my boots dry out a little. Other than that, that's me done. So hope you've enjoyed today. Thank you for watching, and see you again tomorrow for day 5 on the Coast to Coast. Morning, it's day 5 on the Coast to Coast, 16-mile day. It's 5:30, so I'm going to get up, packed and off as soon as I can. I want to get moving. You almost start with a climb this morning. We go to the highest peak, but later on it's fairly flat because we've got a long walk around the lake. But I better crack on so I can get going. So I'm on my way on day 5. Still feeling rather stiff. My ankle's not really moving much at the moment, but need to get going. Hopefully by the time I start the ascent I'll have a bit more movability in it. But I'm on my way and I'm heading to Shap. You can see the lake from last night, and that is Patterdale down the bottom. Oh. And I'm still going up. Time for some water though. So I've done the major slog to get up. It's about another 100 feet, something like that, and on top of this section, and hopefully be able to see Angle Town shortly, less than a mile away. Still heading up. There we've got another lake. I'm not sure which one it is at the moment. I've not looked on the map. I'm still going, gradually heading up. Whew. And it's got warm. The sun's out. Keep going. And there is Angle Town. Just getting phone out to check on the map. Whew. Yep, Angletown. So we drop down a little and walk round the far side of the town. So we drop down a little before another ascent. Keep going. Isn't that beautiful view? Angletown. Seen this on YouTube several times, and originally I had considered wild camping around here, but I think actually it was better that I stayed at the campsite last night. With my ankle being bad, I think it was good that I had the rest before the climb up to here today. Although it's not been too bad. It's not been too bad. The first ascent is quite steep, and then it's not been too bad. It's steady. Hopefully just have more of this across the tops before we have the descent. Just steady climbs, but we'll see. We'll see. I know. See the footpath across the other side. That looks steeper in places, but steady. Steady. Right, let's get down there. So, somewhere amongst that, there's some Canada geese, and we've got some goslings. Every now and again, you can just see the heads peeking up over the top of the reeds. Got to the bottom of this section now, just having some water before I start tackling the next ascent. Yeah, I think we're heading somewhere in that direction. See some people heading up over there. Look at those views, gorgeous. Oh, all round. Town's disappeared now out of view, and just keep going. Some point I should come to Kirkby Pike and High Street, the old Roman road. So that's the next bit I have to go up. It's not far now to Kirkby Pike. Oh, you can see for miles up here, absolute miles. Beautiful countryside. What I wouldn't give for a pub right now though, at the top of here. Someone ought to open one on the high street. So that is High Street. I'm now headed up to Kirkby Pike, which is the highest point on the entire walk. Oh, what views! And that's where we're heading.
Lovely.
So on the footpath, following Haweswater Reservoir, and it's horrible. You get down off the top thinking have a nice walk around the reservoir, and it is up and down, and it's all stone. We keep going.
That'd be a nice place to live, wouldn't it?
There we go, 56 miles done, 126 to go. And on we go. Here we go, Shap Abbey. It's just gone 7, so unfortunately not time to go and have a look round. But yeah, not far to Shap itself now. Now we've got to the Abbey. There's a group of tourists having a guided tour around the ruins. Here we go. So here I am, end of day 5, camping New Ings Farm at Shap. Tent's up. I've been leaving it to dry for a bit, but it's still a little damp inside. Need to get stuff sorted. But the only downside is it's right next to the railway line. So every so often there's a train goes flying past. But it's really nice. Just had a beef curry and a few drinks. They did some food for us. They did offer us dessert, but I've been down to the co-op instead. But it's time to get some rest now, ready for morning. Shorter day tomorrow, 8 miles to Orton. Day 6 of the coast to coast, losing track of days. I've been awake a little while, so I'm gonna just sort a few bits out, and then I'm gonna go for a shower this morning, and I'm having breakfast full English before I set off today. It's a short day today, hopefully. Just 8 miles to walk to Orton, where I'm camping again later on tonight. I picked up a few bits late yesterday from the co-op after a nice meal, so I should be good to go, but I'm going to go grab a shower. Breakfast's at 7:15. Hope to be on the road by about 9 o'clock or thereabouts. Okay, catch you in a bit. You've been alright yesterday?
Yeah.
So we say goodbye to the Lake District and just coming up to the M6 crossing. Here we are, the M6. Ooh, don't want to lose my hat. Busy motorway. And we're into the Dales. End of part 1, start part 2. Just come to the top, nice rocky outcrop. And we're going straight on. You can see some people in the distance on the footpath.
Pretty bland, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a few other signposts.
Here I am at Orton Church. There's not been much to take pictures of or video up to now really. There's nothing spectacular on the route here, but made it, and it's just after 1 o'clock into Orton, so we're going to go find some refreshment. And there's a chocolate factory and coffee house, sell ice creams, teas, coffees, in the middle of Orton here. Seen quite a few people that I've seen on the trail previously. Oh, and there's also public toilets, free to use. I've seen quite a few people here that we've seen previous days. Looks as though there's quite a few people doing the same as I've planned to do, just to stay here, having done the Lake District, and just have a bit of a half day, bit of a breather, chance to relax and regroup before pushing on to Kirkby Stephen tomorrow. Just a quick end of day 6 video. I forgot to do one earlier, being honest about it. So hot, and yeah, from Orton, campsite's just under a mile away from the village. So after some refreshment in Orton, trudged down to the campsite here, and spent most of the time just lazing outside the tent for the afternoon, just in the sun. And now inside the tent, it's still quite bright, but yeah, there's lots of flying insects around, so not quite as pleasant. So come in, just having a lay down and a rest, and getting ready for tomorrow. I'm pushing on. Today's a bit longer, 13 miles to Kirkby Stephen, but not camping tomorrow night. Got a break. But it is forecast thunderstorms in the afternoon, but hopefully I'm going to try and set off early and get to Kirkby Stephen before the heavy rain starts. It might freshen things up a bit. It's been quite hot today, 27 degrees. It's looking like after tomorrow it's going to be more about 20-21 degrees, so a bit more manageable. Not quite as ferocious, hopefully, the sun, but it's forecast sort of rain on and off for the next few days. But see how we get on, get to Kirkby Stephen and get to the hostel there. See you tomorrow. It's day 7 on the coast to coast, and today I'm walking from Orton to Kirkby Stephen. Now it is forecast thunderstorms. There's a weather warning for later on this afternoon about 3 o'clock, so hoping to get on the road by just after 8, having called at the village shop when it opens, because there's nowhere en route to pick up any supplies until we get to Kirkby Stephen today. I'm still going to walk with Sam today. I won't get to Kirkby Stephen in the youth hostel, so no putting the tent up tonight, and hopefully get the last few bits of stuff dry, although we might be having to dry everything if do get caught in the thunderstorm. And we're off, day 7. Couple of miles in, it's not 9 o'clock yet. We're on the road towards Kirkby Stephen. Some hills in the distance, but countryside's a lot softer, more rolling compared to the Lake District, but it is quite warm already this morning. Must be well over 20 degrees already. It's hot, it's sticky, it's not very nice for walking. We've come across this, like a stone picnic table, 1952 to 2022. So it was done for the Jubilee. Looks really nice. And this supposedly is a village. There's only like a couple of farms. Just stopping for a water break, admiring the rolling countryside of the Dales. Another dried up stream. We just clambered down to the riverside to fill it with water. Not the easiest, but running low, so just filled up with a litre of water. And we're down to less than 4 miles to Kirkby Stephen, so should be okay. Should be okay. Not sure how clear this will come out. We're in the distance. There's an old quarry, an old disused railway line, and the viaduct there in the distance. We're heading up and round. So, going through the field. What we got? I'll just turn the camera up. Yeah. A rather big bull. Quite a few bulls. Yeah, hello. I'm braver than Sam over there. He's veered off the path. He wanted to avoid the bull. I can't be far now. We think it's just in the distance, through some trees. We're about probably less than 2 miles now from Kirkby Stephen. And here we are coming into Kirkby Stephen. Whew. Did start to spot with rain, but we've not had the big downpours yet that forecast. So we've made it before we've got too wet. Just had a bit of a shower. Time to find the hostel, some cold drinks and food. So, just been for a shower. It's the end of day 7. Still very warm. We've not had thunderstorms, but we have had some more rain this afternoon. Hopefully, though, it's starting to cool down a bit. and it's not going to be as bad the next few days. But yeah, it's good. Staying at the youth hostel in Kirkby Stephen. It's privately owned, and yeah, it's not too bad. I've got a twin room that I booked. Got a sink, own shower, and yeah, it's really good. Been sat downstairs for a bit with others that are staying here, some out bike riding. There's a couple doing the coast to coast, but there's a good chippy 2 doors down as well, and nearly everybody that's staying here tonight has just been to the chippy before it closed. So yeah, fed, watered, just had a shower, freshen up a bit, and I've also got some ankle supports now that I've picked up from the local co-op, thanks to Amazon delivery. So yeah, end of day 7, on to day 8 tomorrow. See you later. Good morning. It's day 8 of the coast to coast, and it is rather wet and windy outside. It is only, we'll check, 20 to 6, but it looks miserable. Great. But it's only 11 miles today to Keld, but it does mean putting the tent up in the wet. So we're going to have a wet tent for the next few days, and wet tent always feels heavier to carry. We'll see. I didn't think it was supposed to be this bad, the weather, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Right. See you in a bit. And that's where I stayed last night, at the Kirkby Stephen hostel. It's a private hostel, not YHA. Sold it off in the early 2000s. It's now privately run. It was a good place to stay. And then the chippy was just over there. I'm just going to nip cash point. Need to make sure I've got some cash for the next few days, because I'm not sure that all the villages now that they're all going to take card at the campsites. Forgetting it's Sunday, the shop doesn't open till 8. But hopefully the cash point will still be, I'll still be able to use that. But we'll grab some cash, and then we're going to get off and head for the 9 standards. Walking up this bit steep. Said 4 miles to the 9 standards. Probably done 1.5 miles, something like that, maybe a little more. But a lot of low cloud across some of the hills in the distance at the moment. Another one of these new posts. There we are, coast to coast path, 9 standards. When we're going up there in a bit. So recently they flagged across the top here to 9 standards. Used to be very boggy, and yeah, it's now flagged this bit. Not far now, we'll be at the top. Here I am. top of the 9 standards. Oh, not that you can see much. Nobody really knows when these were made or why. Whether it was a religious thing or to con the thick Scots into believing there was an army base up here. No one really knows. But they now serve as a bit of a waypoint for backpackers and coast to coasters walking this trail. But it is bleak, very bleak, and you can see absolutely nothing of where we've been or where we're going. Just to prove that I have been up here, a bit of a selfie. It is horrid. Horrid, horrid, horrid. But we're probably over 4 miles in an 8 to 10 miles walk today, so the rest of it's downhill. Hopefully get to Keld early afternoon. It's so blustery and windy, I have to carry my poles. So this is where the footpath divides, and depending on the time of year, which route you take. May to July, red route, that away. And there's just nothing, just desolation. It's all these slabs that they haven't put down yet for the footpath. There's just nothing. Rolling hills of nothingness. Although I can see in the distance the footpath looks as though it might have been slabbed just a bit further on. And here we have the farm featured in the Yorkshire Shepherdess. They used to do teas, coffees, refreshment, but unfortunately it's closed for the moment. Otherwise we might have called in. Slightly off track, but not too far. But it means we're only about 1.5 miles from Keld. Heading down now, can't be far to Keld. The weather's still a bit mixed. Every now and again, quick shower, a few spots. Just hoping that it'll hold off long enough to be able to get the tent up and just chuck my bag inside. Don't really want to be putting the tent up in the rain. But I can see a campsite. Can see a campsite coming up. So I think starting to come into Keld. Finally, Keld. Coming down now into the village. And time for a breather, some refreshment, maybe, or maybe not, chance to get dry. So my tent's just over there, just walking back now. Toilet block, this green building on the right hand side, some showers, toilets, etc. There's a little shop at the campsite. Not that I'm going to buy anything else today, but £10 to camp tonight. Checked in, tent's up. Now that's it for today. Gonna get something to eat in a bit, but there's no signal here. There was Wi-Fi, there was a tea room back up on the main road. They had Wi-Fi, so I was able to send a couple of quick messages back home. But we're in a valley and there is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not that I want to see the news at the minute anyway, so yeah, all good. So this is going to be the end of day 8. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Come back into my tent, raining heavy. Not had my tea yet, but yeah, choking from the rain. There's not much to do around here in Keld other than rest, ready for tomorrow. Morning, it's day 9 of the coast to coast. Today going from Keld to Reeth. I'm going to take the low route. It's been quite windy in the night, bits of rain, the tent's going to be wet, but it is 5:40. I'm wide awake, so going to start slowly getting stuff together, getting ready, get packed up and get on. The River Swale.
Look how low it is.
So we've had quite a bit of rain. It is quite low. So about half an hour into this morning, first remnants of what used to be metal workings up here, but most of those are up on the high route. We're going to be taking the low route today. Stream coming down here, the waterfall just hidden in the trees. Look at that. Just going to have the first water break of the day. Down by the River Swale. So about halfway through today's walk and just coming up to Gunnerside, where we'll be able to have some refreshment, something to drink, maybe chocolate. we've been done. Tea room's closed Monday, so we're going to stop for a water break and then carry on. Well, I'm back on the move, and a bit of a surprise in goodness side. While everywhere was closed, we did ask this lovely lady who was outside the pub, and she gave us a bag full of cans and fruit, and she wouldn't take any money for it, so we're refreshed and on the way now to Reeth. Walking through all these paddocks this morning, the buttercups and everything are out. Apparently it's a really popular walk, the low route, even for day walkers, not just coaster coasters. And we're making good progress today. Much better underfoot, fair bit flatter, and quite nice walking through the fields. Strange path, but walking along what looks more like a wall. Oop. Just a quick break before we push on. Reeth. I was going to say Keld then. Keld's where we've come from. Yeah. Push on to Reeth. Coming along now. Final stretch for today. Hoping Reeth shouldn't be too far away. We broke the back of today. Should only be a mile at the most. Yeah, keeping going. We're going to finish early today, but it means just longer to rest before we set off for Richmond tomorrow. See you then. So here we are. I'm coming into Reeth. Get a drink, then work out where we're camping tonight. Orchard Caravan and Camping Park at Reeth. All set up. It's only mid-afternoon, but stopping here and just relaxing, taking in the scenery and doing very little for the rest of today. Tents down, just a few little bits to do. Tablets to take, fill it with water, and then get on our way. So early morning, leaving Reeth.
You take that Albert car. That police one.
Oh yeah. There's a few cars for sale. Land Rover, pickup. Don't know what Durant do, but yeah, armoured personnel carrier. Strange. And this is Marrick. Not much to it, no shop or anything, but it does have, as we found just down there, a working phone box. A little bit of road walking down into Marsky. Hopefully find an honesty box, which we've not had much luck with so far. So here at Marsky, and it says tuck shop at the church, open 7 days a week. So we're hoping that it's going to be open. We are quite early. Oh, look at this. Oh, after so many failures. And heading back now down onto the road from the church after stocking up. It was the best honesty box that we've come across. For starters, it was actually open. Just pick the phone camera at me. Buckle. Yeah. So had a few drinks, packet of crisps, a couple of chocolate. So plenty of energy now for the push to Richmond. It's about 5 miles away. So I should be there by midday. Campsite's to the side of Richmond by about 3 miles. So gonna Richmond, maybe grab some lunch, bag of chips, before heading to their campsite. So having left the church, I've headed up the side of the valley. So we're looking down now. Just going through a farm. Hopefully we should get to some woods shortly. Quite a nice view from up here. It's trying to rain again. So just coming up to the woods, less than a mile now probably from Richmond. You come through the woods and we should be able to see the town as we start to head down. Got a few supplies to pick up from Richmond, and we're also going to go and have a look, see if there might be a chippy to have some lunch, because we're early enough. Here we have the woods, Whitcliffe Woods I think it's called, just on the outskirts of Richmond. Done really well today. Probably going to get into Richmond before 12. Then we've still got a couple of miles later this afternoon to find the campsite, but all good. It's a bit windy, but here we go. You can just see down in the valley Richmond Castle. So About 15 minutes we'll be down there, hopefully picking up supplies, having a rest, some food, and having a little look round, because I think we've got some time. What a sign. Almost back to front. Usually get this the other way around, but we are Richmond. And here's Richmond Town Hall in front of me, and more importantly, portion of chips with a curry sauce, and it is roasted. Richmond's behind me now, walking down. Campsite's less than 2 miles away now, but these are all miles that don't need to do tomorrow. Coming into another nice quaint village. I'm glad to get the tent up though and get a nice shower. I stink. So it's coming up to 6 o'clock. It's end of day 10. Tent's up, been for a shower, I've had some tea. Now just relaxing, ready for what is the longest walking day of the entire coast to coast tomorrow. Walking from here just outside Richmond to Ingleby Cross. Two things to look out for tomorrow. We will cross the A1 and we cross the A19. So tomorrow is sort of a transition, moving from the Dales to the start of the North Yorkshire moors. It's a fairly flat day. Wainwright in his book said that it was the bit to just miss out if you were going to miss something. It's not the most spectacular, but yeah, going to get up early. Alarm set for 5, hope to be on the road for about 6 o'clock and make some good progress early in the morning. Weather is supposed to be fine. It is a bit windy still at the moment, and the ground is rock hard here, but it should be okay. And that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Morning, it's day 11, it's 4:45 and I've got 18 miles to do from Richmond to Ingleby Cross. So it's time to get up, get dressed and get moving. So I've come through Brompton-on-Swale this morning, now passing under the A1. Can't say I'd want to live right next to the A1. Rather busy even at 6 o'clock in the morning. And here we are at Bolton-on-Swale, heading down to the church to see what refreshments are available, as it's listed as one of the places with honesty box. and toilets.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Oh well, we tried, but the door's locked, can't get in. Otherwise we'd have had a cup of tea. It's all very flat, quite a bit of road, nothing much to see. The most interesting thing today so far, walking through fields of cows, because that is it. There's been very little of interest, nothing of note so far today, and we're almost at Danby Wisk. Danby Wisk. This was the first target for today. Quite popular with coast coasters as a stop off point. Some people break up what I'm doing today into two, and they'll stay here at Danby Wisk overnight before doing the next section onto Ingleby Cross tomorrow, but doing it all in one day. And as it's just gone 10 o'clock now, yeah, got the rest of the day to get to Ingleby Cross, which is about another 9 miles, but time to find some refreshment in this village. It's just turned 12 o'clock and sat in a field somewhere. There's cows. Yeah, we've just done about a mile from Danby Wisk. Making good progress, but we're just about to come after this bit back onto the road for more road walking. It's fairly flat. We should be there for about 5 today at Ingleby Cross, hopefully. Found a bench behind the farm. It's a really nice little spot for a quick break. Every time I'm filming though, it seems to be when having a break, but that's because there is literally nothing to see today. There's been no castles, no relics, no nothing. It's been really quiet and disappointing. Something interesting, or the most interesting thing of today so far, we've got a cross railway line. For some reason they put a strange bridge style type thing to get you over here, but then you got to actually walk over the rail line. Oh, there's one coming. And I'll wait. It's coming down, just heard. There we go. And we've seen one go in the opposite direction already, so it should now be clear to cross. There we go. Less than a mile now, A19. You can see the start of the North Yorkshire moors in the distance. We don't go up any hills today. Ingleby Cross is before those, so not far. It's somewhere. You see across there, see the hill? somewhere at the foot of that hill is Ingleby Cross, and that's where I'm heading via the A19, which is somewhere at the end of this road. And at last, the A19. Oh, and I need a break. I need some energy, and I need some fluid. Oh. And then we go across there down to the village. Now this is going to be really interesting to get across. So that's halfway. Oh, there we go. Made it. The A19. More importantly, it's the start of the North Yorkshire Moors now, from Ingleby Cross onwards. Here I am, Ingleby Cross, and there's the Bluebell pub, tonight's end of walk.
Do you want to sit on that bench?
So it is 8:30. Going to start and settle down in the tent now, in the beer garden of the Bluebell at Ingleby Cross. Tomorrow is about 20 miles to the Lion at Blakey Ridge, so it's an early start again, and been told that there is some rain expected tomorrow, which isn't great, but yeah, long day tomorrow again, but this is it, end of day 11, and we'll be back tomorrow. Morning, it's 4:25, and it's day 12 of the coast to coast. I'm going to get up, get ready, get off for a hard day. Very early morning start It's just gone 5:30, but awake and up, so may as well make the best use of the time. Nice little campsite, highly recommended because it's in a great spot for heading off this morning bright and early up the first hill of the day. Hopefully about halfway up at least. This bit of the walk we're running along with the Cleveland Way, throwing it down, but we're actually dry under the trees for the moment. Up on the top of the moors now. The wind's getting up, at least it's not raining for the moment. Oh, and that was a climb. My ankles are on fire. So on the top here, from 2000 BC, a Bronze Age burial ground. Yeah, pile stones.
I think we're following that orange
Yeah,
backpack.
yeah, there's someone there in the distance.
Might be that lady from yesterday.
Still going over the tops. Look at that view, beautiful. But I'm knackered. So much so that I think I said at the start of the day it was day 11, and it's not, it's day 12. Losing track, but on we go across the tops of the moors, heading to a place called Lordstone, so hopefully some refreshment there, and coming up to what looks like a trig point. So we're at the top. Whew. That was tough going. I don't think it gets any easier. Odd stones. It's actually a bar and a little shop. There's no one else here hardly. But it's open and got pint lemonade and a cup of tea.
Perfect.
Put it on for the rest of the day. Hours. It's hard to see on the GoPro, but looking across there, we've got Middlesbrough and the North Sea. So we've seen for the first time the east coast. Just in the distance, looks like cooling towers from what was Hartlepool nuclear power station. So on this section there are 4 or 5 hills. They're not really mountains, not compared to the lakes, all back to back. Ascend, descend, ascend, descend, ascend, descend. And it really takes it out of you. I think this is the 4th one now descending, and yeah, way to go yet. But I think once we're over the next one, over the 5th one, you come down about 500, sorry, not 500, about 50 feet, and you get on a disused railway, tramway, track bed, and yeah, hopefully then it'll be level and be able to make some progress quicker than all these last few ascent, descent. All right, crack on, try and get some pace. And at the top again, the last but one hill. Oh, that was some doing. scramble over rocks right at the end. Horrible, especially in this wind, but made it. Keep on going. That's the main thing. Keep on going. It is windy up here, but at the top, walking along now, the views across there, you can just about make out the sea in the distance, the North Sea, the end point, the goal, get to the North Sea at Robin Hood's Bay. Today, Blakey Ridge, that's the target, and the Lion Inn. Still a way to go. Still a way to go, but it's only just 12 o'clock. Final ascent. More stone steps. Oh, stones. Full of bees. Yeah, more stones. Great. Just what we want. Uneven stone to climb this hill. Whew, but it's the last for today. Thank God. Oh. And then it should be all downhill to the pub. But it is a long drag to the pub. So yeah, see you there. And that is where just come down from, down into the valley and back up, and heading up here. Nice stroll in the country. So just about birds nesting here on Bransdale Moor, and we are, I think, at the peak for us today. From now on, it's more or less downhill. The final stretch for today. It's raining, it's miserable, it's dropped a bit cooler, but we're on the disused railway track, or tram track, now that takes us down to the pub, the Lion Inn at Blakey Ridge. So a couple of miles and we should be there. Oh. We've been going for what seems like ages. All there is moorland, absolutely nothing. So we're having 10 minutes. We can only be about a mile from the pub, but you can't see it, you can't see anything. But at least it stopped raining for the minute. So the tent's up, and I've had something to eat. But it is so windy. I've already had one tent peg I've had to go out to and adjust. I'm wondering how much sleep I'm actually going to get tonight, because it's not stopped since we got here. As it's not raining, it's just so windy. It's just blowing, buffeting the tent. You see the sides of the tent. It's horrendous. But I'm in for the night now. It's so tempting to go and have a few beers in the pub, but that's it from me from day 12. Day 12. 2 days to go. So today was Ingleby Cross to Blakey Ridge, and tomorrow hopefully gonna have a slight lie-in, get up about 6, get the tent down. Can't get into the pub here, the Lion, until about 7 to use the facilities, so slight delayed start, but never mind. And then from here it's to Littlebeck, the other side of Gromont. It's about 16-17 miles, so not as far as today, and it's all downhill to Gromont, and then it's the horrible climb out of Gromont for about 1.5 miles up the 1 in 3 road, which I'm not looking forward to, but hopefully, yeah, get to Gromont early afternoon. That's the plan. So that's it for now. See you tomorrow. Day 13. I hope you can hear me over the wind. It's been like this nearly all the night. A couple of times I've got up and checked the tent. It rained a little, but it is really warm. The sun's out, it's coming through the tent. I'm going to get up, get everything packed from within the tent, and then try to take the tent down in one piece in this wind. Let's see how it goes. So I'm off. Day 13, leaving the Lion Inn behind. First real stop is Gromont today. Heading to, that's the target, about 13 miles. Did see the North Sea yesterday, not sure if see it again today. Hope so. But that was a really nice place to stay, if not a little windy. So there's a monument here on the top. I think it's called Fat Betty.
Fat Betty it's called. It says it in my book.
The idea is that you leave some food behind for the next weary traveller. But we're out of snacks, so
We're snackless.
nothing to leave today. So 2.5 miles in this morning, doing quite steady time. Can't see the North Sea yet this morning. Just mile after mile of moorland. I know the GoPro won't pick this up very well, but just in the distance there's the North Sea. We have seen what looks like a tanker, probably a good 10 miles out to sea, so quite a distance from us, but yeah, we're getting there. Here I am coming down into Blaisdell, where hopefully get some light refreshments. It's around lunchtime, so get a drink and a snack. Don't need much because I had quite a large breakfast, but yeah, civilization for the first time today, and really yesterday, because other than the pub there wasn't really anything. And now walking through the woods, having left Blaisdell. The Egremont in a mile or two, followed by Gromont. Whew. About an hour and a half, hopefully. Shouldn't be too far. But it's got very warm coming through this wood. It's also quite steep in places. A lot of road walking today. Egton Manor. Looks rather posh. Mile and a half to Gromont. Shouldn't take too long.
What's the price for a hearse?
6 old penny. So this used to be a toll road.
1914.
No tolls now. Final stretch now to Gromont. Here, just coming into Gromont with the village sign made of bicycle parts. I think that's from when they did the Tour de Yorkshire that passed through here. Well, made it to Gromont, but there are no steam trains running today. Except for this evening, there's a special running for the Pullman meal service. But the refreshment room was open. We've just managed to get a drink and an ice cream. Refreshed, ready for the walk up the hill out of Gromont. And heading off now for the 1 in 3 climb out of Gromont. This is going to be a killer, but at least get it out of the way now rather than have to do it in the morning. Such a shame that nothing running today. And there in the distance you can see Whitby Abbey. That's Whitby down there. Oh, not so far now. Finishing tomorrow though. Finishing tomorrow. I'm back out on top of the moors, heading across now. Littlebeck's probably about a mile away, where I'm staying for tonight. That leaves about 10-11 miles to do tomorrow to get to the end at Robin Hood's Bay. So yeah, it'll be within striking distance. Seen the North Sea already several times today, so getting closer, getting closer. Whew. And we got a frog. Is he going to move? Is he going to move? Oh.
Yeah, I just see one there.
There we go. Seen a few this week. And here's the chapel at Littlebeck. We can go down the side of it to head to Intake Farm. There's the ford behind me, the road going back up. But for tonight, heading to Intake Farm. But I'm going to end day 13. And here we are, Intake Farm. It's just the garden off the farmhouse. It's really nice. But gonna get set up in a minute and then have a cup of tea. Day 14. It is 4:30 in the morning and we're off to Robin Hood's Bay. Last day. No more tent. No more walking after today. See how we get on. So starting out this morning with a trek through the woods. Need to get back on the actual footpath for the coast to coast because Intake Farm, where I stayed last night, is just off. So heading back to the footpath now this morning, and should meet up with it somewhere in the woods. Somewhere near Falling Foss Waterfall. This place I've seen on many a YouTube video. It's listed as the Hermitage. GNC 1790. It's just carved out of all the stone. Can't really see inside. Sun's not coming through the trees and through the doorway. Yeah, it's just all hand-carved. And here we are through the trees, Janet's Foss Waterfall. Not sure if there's a clearer shot further round, but yeah. Something hypnotic about falling water. Lucky go for a dip in there, cool the feet. And we've got the tea rooms that are unfortunately closed. Oh, look at that. Not actually open until the 5th of July. Huh. So come up out of the woods and it's more road walking. I think there's quite a bit today in the middle before we get to the cliffs, where it's a couple of miles along the cliff edge to finish the walk to Robin Hood's Bay. But for now, it's road walking again. There's a little rain in the air, but nothing nothing to worry about at the moment. Hopefully it'll stay fine, at least until lunchtime, when hopefully should get to the end of the walk. Here we have the clearest view of the sea yet. Looks quite blue sky over there. It's a bit grey where I am, but yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Whew. 3 miles to Honister, and hopefully get some refreshment for the last push. And for now, back on moorland. Mile after mile of moorland. Well, it's not mile after mile because I'm nearly at the end, but yeah, out on the top, heading for Honister, coming across the moors. And just looking at the sea in the distance. Oh, it's nearly over. Seems ages since set off from St Bees, coming across the Lake District, and then the Yorkshire Dales, and now the North Yorkshire Moors. Yeah, St Bees seems a lifetime away. Seem to have done so much, spoke to so many people, seen so many things. Yeah, a real journey coming across here. A bit of an adventure, like nothing I've done before. It's been hard, it's been grueling, but I've enjoyed it. Would I do it again? Don't know. Don't know. So that's Whitby. See the Abbey quite clearly. Don't know if the GoPro will pick it up, but that looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. I'm going to have to come back here over the summer and pay Whitby another visit. Do like Whitby. Crossing the busy A171, Whitby to Scarborough Road. And there we have it, look, Robin Hood's Bay. 2.5 miles. Whew. We're closing in. And here's the weird bit. You walk through caravan park to get down to the cliff. Really bizarre. Now, the North Sea. I'm on the cliff now, and this is it. A couple of miles now from here, walking round to Robin Hood's Bay. This is what the last 14 days has been all about. I'm dead on my feet walking up this last bit, but I am enjoying the views. Can't wait to get down to that sea. Excuse me, hay fever. Excuse me. Try again. Look at that view. Here we are coming into Robin Hood's Bay, just to come round the corner, top of the hill. Still got the descent down to the bay to do.
Sorry.
All right.
Is Terry behind up there?
Very busy. Not seen it this busy in a long time. Almost there. Car behind you. Over here. After 14 days, 192 miles, finally here at Robin Hood's Bay. At last, the end. So after 192 miles, I've got my stones. One I'm keeping, that one I'm going to throw. I'm not going to walk all the way out, but a rock pool. It's about as far as I can muster. Here's the sea. But there we go. And my coin. There we go. I'll keep this one from St Bees. There we go. Hope you've enjoyed that 14 days walk. I'm now going to have a pint, have an ice cream and relax.